Good morning, friends. I have gadgets and gizmos aplenty. My name is Antonia Techia Ginsberg-Klimt, and I'm the CEO of Gismo Power Solar on Wheels. Just last month, we became the recipients of the 2025 South by Southwest Innovation Award and been backed by SBIR grants and the American-Made Solar Prize and have collaborated with multiple national labs. Gismo Power began in 2020 when my dad taught me how to TIG weld in our garage, our first prototype. After winning the 2021 Aussie Genius Award, I became known as Gizmo Girl and turned the project into my bachelor's thesis at New College of Florida and later my master's thesis at UC Berkeley. There's so many excuses for not going solar. It's too expensive, the interconnection process is a headache, your roof might not be stable or shaded, or what if somebody needs to move? And then there's the contracting and permitting purgatory, vulnerable for hurricanes, and if you're a renter, forget it. What you need is something mega powerful and portable, literally solar on wheels. The Mega shades and charges EVs, powers buildings, and keeps running during grid outages. With optional anchors and detachable wheels, it's an appliance, not a construction project. Just roll it out, plug it in, and power up. The Mega isn't just a concept, it's a fully functional, proven solution, and it can be relocated for repaving parking lots or taken along by renters who want to own their energy without owning a home. Unlike rooftop systems, it's easy to clean, repair, and protect, and it can roll in or out of a garage for safe storage during storms. It folds down for transport behind any standard vehicle and unfolds in minutes. It adapts to your needs and works with any charger, panel, inverter, or connection setup, off-grid, hardwired, or plug-in, and like any appliance, it plugs into a standard 240-volt outlet. Thanks to its versatility, the Mega serves a wide range of markets, from tribal nations and EV owners to homes, businesses, and solar installers. The Doobie launched a $25 million plug-and-play solar initiative in 2012. Too bad I was only 12 years old, because today, the Mega is the closest real-world match. While plug-in solar is common in Europe, it's rare in the US, so we're working with LBNL to define a new safety UL standard. Other solar carport systems force a trade-off: portable but weak, or powerful but fixed. Only the Mega delivers real power, grid connection, and mobility without compromise. The Mega combines features no other electricity generator offers: portable, sustainable, renter-friendly, and fast to deploy. Nothing else delivers this much versatility in one system. As of today, Gismo Power has deployed 10 Mega systems across 6 states, most of them in California, using various forms of connection. Megas have been installed at research labs, tribal nations, community projects, residences, and public parking lots. So yesterday, we were actually part of an open source energy hackathon in Oakland, where our Mega, relocated from Slack, is now on display at Port Labs after a DOE-funded plug-in solar impact analysis research project, which I highly recommend you go to Port Labs and go visit the Mega yourself. So on the homelands of the Oglala Lakota Nation, the Mega became the first permitted public plug-in solar EV charger, approved by the DOE and their tribal utility. Installed with support from Chief Henry Red Cloud, it is one of 2 tribal deployments showing how mobile solar can advance energy sovereignty and resilience in underserved communities. In December, the Mega earned grid interconnection approval in Las Vegas, receiving permission to operate from Nevada Energy via 240-volt plug-in outlet. It passed all safety inspections and is now enrolled in their net metering program. As Mega deployments grow, each unit reduces peak grid demand and offsets emissions with on-site load compensation with clean power. Even with manufacturing emissions, the carbon payback is just over a year, and by 2050, Gismo Power could eliminate over 19 million tons of CO2. A standard 6 kilowatt unit with battery, charger, wheels, and carport is currently around $24,000 before incentives and subject to tariffs and supply chain constraints. So we have been optimizing our Mega manufacturing process to decrease our costs and production time. To scale the Mega, we need 3 things: help financing UL certification for plug-in solar, partnerships with DOE and utilities to expand deployments, and access to pilot sites with streamlined interconnection for 240-volt plug-in systems. So we are the Gismo Berg-Klemts, me and my amazing parents, Erica and Achim, backed by a talented team and diverse team of advisors helping us bring solar on wheels to market. Let's standardize mobile electricity generating appliances, or as my mom trademarked, can't believe I'm about to say this, make electricity great again. And no other questions.
That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
By the way, can you just maybe, I think you might have covered this, but
Yeah.
in terms of specs, what is the dollar per watt cost for this? And then also just in the system, how many kW are you getting? What's the size of the battery that you have?
Yes. So our current system that we're going to be manufacturing is 6 kilowatts. The one in Oakland is 5. It depends on the wattage of the panel. So we use component agnostic. So whatever the wattage of the panel is will determine, we have 9 of them. So whatever the wattage of those panels are will determine the wattage of our system. We just purchased a new load of 750 watt panels bifacial, so that way increasing the overall efficiency of it. And the dollar per watt completely varies because of supply chain constraints. So each time you make a new mega with different because as soon as they add in tariffs, that's going to change the dollar per watt. But I can go back to the slide of the comparison. I think it was about, here of the cents per kilowatt. You'd have to convert that to dollar per watt.
And does it come with a battery standard?
We can include a battery, but keep in mind the battery adds an expense to it, so adding a battery will make it more expensive. So our vision was to use the grid as a battery, but of course if there's interconnection hurdles, we can absolutely add in a battery. We were using a solar battery and inverter at Port Labs yesterday when they were doing the hackathon. I was there too. Arilla was there too. Is Arilla in the audience?
Yay!
Hi Arilla!
Energy
Energy IoT open source. Shout out to them. But yeah, sorry, so I don't have an exact number because we can't keep track of that because the prices keep on fluctuating, so.
Antonia, great infomercial.
Thank you.
I was just curious from a defensibility of the idea, the technology.
Yes.
Where do you see the long-term differentiation come in? Because this is a great idea for consumers, but of course easily replicable in some ways unless you have a defensible moat.
Right. I mean, we own a patent on the concept, but my thought is worst case scenario, if somebody duplicates it, we're solving global warming. Like, of course, if somebody really sees, oh, let me do this myself, I mean, I can't stop them from making one themselves, although we went through the whole process of getting engineered drawings and getting it all permitted, so we could probably make it cheaper for them to buy it from us than they could to replicate it themselves, would be my thought. But if somebody really feels like replicating it, like, yes, that's been a major hurdle. We have a patent on the rack, on the concept. It's not rooftop, it's not ground mount, it's a third option. It's a mobile appliance. So why has this not been done before? We've asked our patent attorneys that. We've got it patented.
And you're raising $4 billion?
So we're not currently in the phase where we want to yet seek venture capital. We will. So we're looking for help with actually getting money for UL certification. The DOE is helping us write a brand new standard. Usually people are saying you should be the one to set the standard. We're quite literally writing one for like an amendment to the National Electric Code for plug-in appliances. We would not be the only beneficiaries of that, by the way. So any other companies who are creating appliances that generate electricity would be allowed to generate via means of a plug to simplify the interconnection. But that takes, we're working with Lawrence Berkeley National Lab on doing the research. We just finished up research with Slack, so that way it's backed up by actual data from our mega system. So easier said than done. It's really, we're a company we're more of an environmental activist company. So, and it's really a get-rich-quick scheme. We're trying to make the end users to be the ones who are able to, after that ROI, it forms as a form of passive income, so to speak. So, and I'll be actually speaking at a plug-in solar conference in Germany next week. So I'm flying to Munich, and then, so we're trying to there's also huge potential international because, as you know, plug-in solar exists in Europe already. So I was like, I'd love to do it in the US, but, I'm trying to find where there's a lot of pushback, so thank you for that.
One more question.
Yeah, do you see any, first of all, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you see any issues with permitting or people reacting to the aesthetics? Like in my neighborhood, if you want to set anything, like you're going to be like dealing with the city like forever.
Or like HOAs, I mean, of course you got to start somewhere. So it's definitely like putting the wheels on it is a form of activism. So owners would have to understand this is something they want, this is something they take pride in, and they'd be there to help us with saying, I own my solar, I don't have to own my roof, but I own my driveway solar. And so aesthetic-wise, we've optimized the design. That's what I did during my master's, actually. So we optimized the design to make it more aesthetically pleasing, structural, more secure structural integrity, and decrease the manufacturing costs by, we went from 27 components down to only 7, integrating welding. So we're trying to make it, you know, we didn't really consider aesthetics in our thoughts, but of course, you know, there's artists in the world that are like, that looks funky. So we're trying to make it so it's pretty and powerful.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, thank you. I believe, Lisa, we have one more question. We'll take one more and then.
Yeah, super quick. Thank you for the presentation. Are you talking with utilities like PG&E or something
Yes,
right now?
FP&L. A lot of the times we want to be able to work with them because that's actually what we were doing with Arilla. So you can speak to Arilla later on that more. Because didn't someone from PG&E reach out to us already?
Yes, we actually trying to, PG&E is rolling out the Flex Connect pilot, and which is more friendly to this type of devices. And like Tony mentioned, if the grid can be your battery and basically provides a pathway for your investment. You can start with plug into the grid. Later you can add an inverter and a battery. You can add EV charger, and that's what we are trying to create as a community prototype at Port Labs.
So we can connect more, but because intervention was right after.
Thank you, guys. So we're gonna break for